they should be scared of not producing.
No.
Forget about Remax or real, focus on your sales. In real estate, if you're gonna stop marketing, if you're gonna stop it, of course things will slow down.
For people who might not know you, who is Abuzar Waleed and how did your real estate journey begin?
So my name again, thank you, is Abuzar Waleed, and I am the CEO of Remax Galaxy. My journey in real estate began 22 years ago when I was 18. Uh, I just graduated high school and I was trying to figure out life and a career, and I ran across a book called How to Make Millions in Real Estate. I read that book a few times. It did not really make sense.
Since you were doing this alone, right? What was one of the biggest challenges?
My first challenge in the early real estate years was, of course, I was 18. It's very hard to sell a house when you're 18. But I was a top producer. I started real estate 2004 in August, so I had like half of the year.
Mm.
I did sell a few homes, but the next year when I was 19, I bought my first home. I I was the top producer. But the challenge I faced at that time again is being able to convince people to use my services, because back in the days we didn't have a lot of social media. It was just face to face, a lot of face to face. Everything was more relationships,
Relationships.
and I was just too new. But so that was one of the challenges I had. But I was not there to give up.
I feel like a lot of people face that challenge, especially when they're younger. At least nowadays we have social media. But when you started in the industry, it was more about relationship building. You've taken that to a certain level where you've been able to grow your brokerage, right, because of all those relationships.
I was telling one of the agents the other day is, uh, in business or in real estate business, you have to, it's like you put a seed and you have to water it. You have to water the plant. But after some time, after 10, 15 years, that little plant, and you've been nurturing it, taking care of it, it becomes a tree.
It does.
See, when you have a tree doesn't need a lot of, maintenance. You don't have to nurture the tree or water the tree because the roots are very strong if you build it the right way. So after 10, 15 years, it will keep giving you the fruit.
Now, any of those clients that you serviced when you were 18, 19, do you still service them now?
I have the same clients.
You still have the same?
I just showed a property just today for like 3.5 million in the Great Falls. And he was my one of the first clients.
One of the first clients.
And now my clients, like they started with me and I was young and they were young. And as they are growing and becoming more successful in their careers,
You're growing along with
I'm growing along with them. Or my clients who were in a different age group, now their kids are using my services because I'm like involved in their family and we have this long-term relationship built, not just for money, with trust.
the dress.
So it's just the tree. The
It
tree is just
goes a very long way.
the tree. Yes, you have to just build your tree. It just takes time,
It takes time.
a lot of time,
A lot of time.
Yeah. but you get there.
Have you ever felt that you've had to plant another seed and build another tree?
Well, you have to plant a lot of trees.
You have to plant
You
a
have
lot
to
of
plant a lot of trees. You have your main tree.
Okay.
You have your main tree. What another thing I learned is, and again, it's my opinion. Don't. Maybe it applies to me. Maybe it applies to other individuals. That don't chase too many rabbits because you end up having with no rabbit. Meaning, don't chase too many businesses.
Just stick to one.
Stick with one, and what is that saying? Be jack of all trades or master of none. But yes, you can build a business, and you can have other businesses which are related to the same business. For example, you have real estate, you can get into commercial real estate, you can kind of lightly get into mortgages or a title company or a home warranty or home repairs. There's so many things which are attached to the same business. But what I see over and over again that, hey, someone is doing, for example, real estate. The next thing is they have a restaurant, which is totally different, complete different. Unless your business, if your business can run by itself without you and even grow without you, yes, then you can go to different businesses. Otherwise, if you stick to one thing for long enough, you'll get better at it. Whether you are in IT, whether you are a doctor, dentist, i- real estate, mortgage. If you stick with the same thing for long enough time, you're building your brand. People know you by that, and it just takes time. You just have to stick to one thing.
You just have to stick to one thing. And I think it also creates more of a rapport and people see you in a different kind of way because they see that you're sticking to it.
Yes, they're like, hey, this is the real estate. When people think of me, they're like, he's a real estate guy
Of course.
because they have seen me as a real estate guy for 20 years. So I'm known by real estate guy. If go into a restaurant business, I think it can still work now uh, because they're like, hey, he's already established, but they may not reach me for real estate. They may call me, hey,
Or they might still reach out for real estate and not reach out for the business
yes.
as a
So
restaurant
I like to stay with the same
with the same.
type of business
makes
because I'm into construction, and other businesses related to real estate. I do commercial real estate, but they're all related.
They're all
It's the same
related.
clientele.
The same clientele. So you mentioned that you've been with Remax for 20 years,
20 some years.
20 something years.
Yes.
What motivated you to start Remax Galaxy?
It was very funny. Why I joined Remix. I have like very weird reasons to join things or do things. I joined Remax. One of the biggest reason I joined Remax is I loved the colors
Okay.
and I love the balloon, red, white, and blue.
I've heard that quite a few
Yeah.
times now.
I was like, I love this logo, and another thing is what at that time, you know, in our industry, agents had a different respect for Remax, and Remax is a little bit more expensive than other brokerages. So, I at that time I looked at it as a like a Mercedes of real estate. I'm like, okay, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to work with a brand, and I love the color, so it all made sense. But I stayed with Remax for the longest time. But just a few years ago, we decided to open up Galaxy. But I do things for weird reasons, but it has to have a purpose. It has to have something behind it. Otherwise, for me, if it doesn't have a purpose, I won't do it.
There's no point.
uh when we were opening Remax Galaxy, the first thing I had was, hey, I want this name Galaxy. And I told Remax International, I said, if you don't have this Galaxy name available, I won't do it. I want this name or I won't do it. Because I'm really into astronomy. Uh and I love the universe, stars, galaxies, Milky Way, black holes. I'm really into that.
You're into it.
And one of the reasons for Galaxy was we believe that because we help support children in medical needs or financial support. This company was built to that's why along with Remax Galaxy we built Galaxy Fund, and the goal and the purpose for Galaxy is to help children around us who are facing who need medical assistance, financial assistance. And we believe that all the kids are the stars of the galaxy. And that's why I really wanted that name. And it was available. And I was like, let's do it.
What makes Remax Galaxy stand out? What's different from Remax Galaxy to all the other brokerages?
So I think all brokerages are great because all brokerages offer variety of different products or services. See, the way brokerages work is they offer services to their agent. In return, they have their fees. Hey, use our name, and these are our services. So when we started the brokerage, because I've been through a lot of, I've interviewed a lot of different brokerages. So I wanted to mix all of them in one, because there are some brokerages, you know, people go to one type of brokerage's brand. You go to big brands like Remax, Long and Foster, Coldwell Bankers, Keller Williams. You have the brand, uh, but you're paying a fee. Their fees may be a lot higher. Then you have other brokerages which are geared towards education. For newer agents is great, and they geared mainly towards, you know, educating their agents, but they may be lacking the brand, or their fees are also high. Then you have a third brokerage type, which is more geared towards lower fees. Hey, you just pay per transaction,
You just hang your license.
just hang your license, but you may not be getting the support. You may not be getting the education. What I wanted to do was to bring all three in one, where we have the brand, you just pay per transaction, will provide the culture, will provide the support, will provide the education, all in one for a lower fees, because our company is for the agents, because our company's model is to give back. So this gives an opportunity to give back, and gives an opportunity to our agents to freely grow. Because when I was with other Remax, the Remax I was with, great company, and I had one of the top teams in Virginia. You had some restrictions, and it would get expensive to grow because you have so many fees.
You have limitations.
Yeah, you have limitations. Mainly, is a lot more costly. So with our brokerage, you can freely grow, and we provide the culture, and all of our agents, just they are the same as, the concept is the same as to give back,
To give back.
to support each other, so we all can grow together.
So it's just the way and how the name Galaxy goes, right? It's just the universe has no limits.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the concept. Yeah, galaxy has no limits.
Has no limits,
Yes.
right?
I think we have our slogan, your journeys starts here to the galaxy and beyond,
And beyond.
which is no
You can
limits.
grow as much
You can grow as much.
as much.
We love to train our agents to be, so one day they can have their teams.
So they can have their
And if they like to grow and have their own brokerages, we are here to help them. We want them to grow and be successful.
that's one big thing as far as working with you,
Yeah.
right? Seeing you in the industry is that's one aspect of leadership because not a lot of leaders can say that. And so I big kudos to you because at the end of the day, I think that that's the way and how it should be.
Yeah, you have to let everyone grow, because everyone has their own destiny, and you can't block them.
Yeah.
You have to let them uh, grow freely.
What separates the agents that are growing consistently and the ones that just stay stuck?
I always give an example of gym
Okay.
when I'm kind of with real estate. See, first thing is you have to show up, right? So a lot of agents don't want to show up. They just don't want to show up to begin with. Second problem with a lot of agents is that, let's say you start the gym, right? Uh, you have to be consistent, right? Consistency is the key. You have to show up at the gym, let's say 3 times a week. So agents, same thing. If they do show up, they don't show up over and over again. Showing up, for example, meaning if they are like, hey, I want to do start uh social media videos, or I want to start door knocking, or I want to start events, or I want to do cold calling, whatever they're doing, first you need to start, then you have to be consistent. That's why in December, the memberships of the gyms are sold out, and in January Mid-January, half of the gym is empty. Half of those people are not there. By end of the January, I think maybe 10 or 15% are there. Same thing with real estate. Agents are not consistent. And the third problem is that um, even if you're consistent, you don't want to look for early results, right? You don't want to go to gym for 3 months and you're like, hey, where's my six pack? It's a lifestyle, right? Uh, my brother, he loves going to the gym and he's been going for years. It's part of his life. It's his lifestyle. If he stops going, of course, he's gonna lose his muscles in real estate. If you're gonna stop marketing, if it's gonna stop it, of course things will slow down. So you have to look at real estate as a lifestyle and you have to stick with one thing. What I've seen agents do is they're doing many different things. So they hop a lot. One day they take a class and they're very inspired and they start making reels. And after just a couple weeks, they take another class where someone tells them you'll make more money if you make, for example, cold calls. And then they start doing cold calls for a couple of weeks, and then they're doing open houses, then they're doing, so they're all over the place. Uh, this is called a life by default. A lot of agents live a life by default, meaning a client here, a client there. There's no system.
There's no system.
You want to, you once you are self-employed in real estate, uh, you can make your life by design. You need to have a business plan and you need to follow, and you start with one thing at a time. Start with one thing, be very consistent, so it becomes part of your monthly calendar. You're just following that every week. Let's say if you're doing events and you're like, I'm going to do 4 events a month, be consistent with that for the next 3 to 6 months before you add something else. So you have to slowly add things, but be very consistent what you do. Don't stop, because if you start something, especially in real estate, because it's a relationship business and no one is buying house on the spot. You may meet someone, uh, and because people buy homes maybe 3 to 5 times in their lifetime. So the more, it's very simple. If someone wants to be very, very successful in real estate, I think I'll tell you in a minute how, if you just apply that, I think you don't have to take any classes. Just apply this in your real estate career, and then you don't have to take any classes at all. Don't have to take any marketing classes. Just
Nothing.
apply this formula and you'll be the top agent. Very simple. All you have to do is start with a CRM. You need to have a CRM so you can follow up with people, so you know where your customers and your clients are. All you have to do is meet 5 new people a day. And it's very easy. Just
Very
five.
easy.
Just 5 a day. This should be your non-negotiable for the day. You're like, hey, just do five new people, get their information, and you're done for the day. You don't have to do anything else. Relax.
Just add them to your CRM.
Add, not only you're adding them to the CRM, you are going to add them on your social media. You're going to follow up with them consistently. You are going to send them a newsletter and a postcard so they can see you everywhere. So when you add 5 a day, this is about 1,800 some a year. So only thing you have to do is do this for only 2 years. So now you have 4,000 people you've met face to face. And all you have to do is close 2.5% of that, which comes to, I think, I'm not sure, so somewhere between 40 plus, meaning you're selling 40 homes.
40 homes.
And the second year, you're now at 80 homes. Just by doing this
By 5 people.
by 5 people a day. That's all
Follow
you have
that
to do.
formula and you'll be a top.
All you have to do is you meet someone, get their information, stay in touch with them. And you are not looking for, a lot of agents only want to talk with you because you are in the market to buy or sell. No, 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 no. Everyone is your potential client. You go to 7-Eleven, you get talk with the cashiers. He may be making $15 an hour today,
Yes.
but next month Maybe he's gonna be you have a different job, or maybe he knows the owner. So it's all about connections. The more connections you have, and you have to stay in touch with those. It's all about getting new connections and staying in touch. You don't have to do anything else.
Anything else?
This is what real estate is. This will make you very successful. It's just so hard for agents to just do that.
So Waleed, there's been a lot of conversations recently about the acquisition of Remax and Real. I want to hear your perspective.
Yes, we got the announcement, and actually, I'm gonna pull my phone because I think the questions a lot of agents may have, because I received this from the headquarters. So what's happening? Number one is that Remax and Real are, Real is acquiring Remax for, I don't know, 800, 900 million. I think it will take place in the next few months.
Okay.
But what we got from them is, number one, why is happening, and this is combination of you know different business models, and also to create more scale and stronger technology. Kind of these two big companies are merging for different benefits. But from what I got from Remax International is that Remax name stays the same. Everything is staying the same.
Okay.
They didn't tell us anything else, but I think they'll keep the name because Remax name is one of the largest names.
Same with their logo.
Yes, they're gonna stick with the logo. They have not told us to do anything otherwise. The business as usual. But I think in the few months, once this is acquired by Real, I think then there more technology should be coming to Remax agents. I look at it as a positive.
You look at us at a pause.
Yeah, it's like a merger with two big companies, a big brand company, Remax, and then you have another company, Real, with all this technology. And if you can merge them and create more benefits for our agents, I think I'll be very excited to see what this will bring.
Now, what is very brief message that you would give an agent that is kind of scared, right? Because some agents are scared of change.
They should be scared of not producing.
Of not
Forget about Remax or Real. Focus on your sales. Focus on yourself. Focus on how you can improve your business.
The name?
I will not worry about it. Let's say if they change the name and you're not happy, move somewhere else. But if your sales are not good, it doesn't matter if you're with Real, if you're with Remax, you're Coldwell Banker, you're with Keller Williams. If you're not doing your 5 contacts a day, you're not gonna make it.
You're not gonna make it.
You're not gonna make
You're
it.
not
It
gonna
doesn't
make
matter which
it.
brand.
Doesn't matter who you are. It's the simplest terms. Basically, you would just describe that this is just a merger for the better.
I would say yes. It's the merger for the better. And I think there's more technology. As technology and things change, there are many companies, many mega companies in different industries who have merged many, many times.
And they've been okay.
And they've been okay. They've been even
Even better.
Yes.
Even better.
So I don't see a problem with that. I think we'll have some positive impact coming soon.
Yeah. Especially with somebody that's been with Remax for so long. You see that this is a positive thing.
Yeah.
And agents should truly not freak out. Just worry about your 5 contacts a day, and then it'll elevate
Focus on your sales. Focus on yourself. Focus how you can grow yourself. And this change should not bother. I don't think there's any, as of right now, there's nothing changing.
Nothing changing.
Yeah.
So, how would you want people to remember you 50 years from now?
I don't want them to remember me. No, I'm just kidding.
But what about your legacy?
See, legacy doesn't have to have my name, but it's when you meet someone,
Okay.
they only remember how you made them feel, you know? So, as long you make people feel, feel the passion, feel good, that's how I want them to remember me. But if they don't remember me, it's fine, as long
How they felt in that moment.
and that moment, because we all move on. 200 years, we don't remember the people 100 years ago. Uh, but at the moment, how you made them feel, and when they're thinking of me, oh, Waleed, he was a nice guy. That's just, because
Yeah,
that's the interaction you had with them.
I think that's very, I could say, humble because some people want to take the credit. They want to say, I want them to remember my name.
I want just to, I mean, if we help a child, they don't have to know my name. They don't have to know where this donation came from. And all they can say, hey, I'm just very thankful that God sent me this money. And that's good enough for me.
That's good
That's
enough
good
for
enough
you.
for us. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I truly do because
Because the only person who can recognize you, see, as humans, as a human, we
Mhm.
can't give each other much. Only recognize the recognition you can get is from God. And it's how your personal matter. It's on one. No one needs to know.
No one needs
You
to.
don't need to get an award. It's your personal relationship, and the creator, the universe, the God knows who you are. So that's the biggest recognition you have. You don't need anyone's validation, I would say.